Welcome back. We're on our last element of the 5 element theory. We are discussing metal today. We rounded it out when we look at our wheel of the generating cycles of elements. We started with water, which feeds wood, wood feeds fire, fire feeds earth. And if I left metal out overnight, it would have the dewdrops on it to feed water. So you can see the generating cycle of the elements. And we're on our last element of metal. Let's jump in. Metal is connected to the west or northwest in directions. We use this as a Feng Shui master, myself, for your door direction, your home office direction, and your bed direction. These are the 3 biggies when we're doing a residential consultation. And we look at the elements and how they're in balance with the door, how they relate with each other, and they're always all connected, which is why I left the numerology up here of the 9-star numbers, so you can see that they too are connected to the elements. So the 5 elements really permeate everything in the Chinese culture and are a definite must for Chinese medicine, Feng Shui, and a lot of the 8 rays of Chinese medicine. So it's connected to silver, white, or gray in color. If we can't use directions, sometimes I lean on the colors of the elements. The shape for this element is oval or circular. We can also use shape or the elements themselves. So metal would be coins. It would be wind chimes potentially. It could be a metal bowl. If we need the element itself, those are some of the items we may lean on. It's connected in seasons to the autumn. So metal runs from November 7th to February 4th of the next year when wood comes back into play. But for this instance, it's connected to the season of autumn. As all 5 of the elements are connected to the body parts, so in Chinese medicine and in Feng Shui, we can look and see where the imbalances may be. Metal is connected to the lungs, the large intestine, and your skin, nose as well. But skin and lungs are the big ones for me. That's what I use the most when it comes to metal. So some things that may come up connecting to these are the characteristics. So when we're in a balanced state, metal is stern, it's moral, it's organized, it loves a rhythmical order. It's a creature of habit and structure. Metal may wake up and eat oatmeal every morning if that's what metal wants. They love those habits, the structure. They love going to the gym at certain times. You can see where metal is very organized and a creature of habit. In an imbalanced state, we might be looking at lungs, large intestine, skin, or nose imbalances. We are certainly looking at grief, regret, and inflexibility. So just as metal is a conduit connecting things, connecting others, one part puts the other part together and makes things happen. In that imbalanced state, it's rigidity. It's, I'm so attached to my structure, I have no flexibility whatsoever. So metal has both. Remember, 2 sides of the same coin. Metal has some parts that are balanced and positive, if we're using those words, and an imbalanced state, which some may connect to negative. I try to stay away from negative, positive, good, and bad. Everything combines to make us who we are. So is all of it bad? Is all of it good? No. All of it is necessary. Some other things I can tell you about metal is that I'm definitely hiring a metal person, which I did in my assistant, Bethany. She's incredible. When I saw all that metal, I said, you're hired. My brain doesn't really work that way. So that's what's great about metal. Let me read again from Raphael's book. This one is Feng Shui Step by Step. I highly recommend it. It's got kind of a little workbook as you go through for the beginner Feng Shui person. He says it best in the mental and physical states of metal. The positive metal states are sternness, morality, justice, and the sense of rhythmical order. Its negative states, grief and inflexibility. When we're talking about the parts of the body, as we discussed, some of those imbalance or mental conditions are diseases of the lungs or large intestines, skin problems or skin disorder, degeneration of the spinal vertebrae, emotional blockages, melancholy, and hypochondria. So let me share about why emotional blockages can come in. If you're so rigid in that imbalanced state, we're stagnant, we're stuck, and then the imbalance of those emotional blockages sit there and it's stagnant. That's why it's wonderful in the Feng Shui perspective to get those energetic acupuncture needles in your space. And if the imbalance is in your body, you need the actual acupuncture needles in the body to open those channels. So that is our metal element today, and that completes our entire 5-element theory. Thanks so much for being with me. Hope that helps you understand 5 elements.